Norah was not harmed physically, but she continued her emotional descent, and a week later checked into a hospital with severe depression. Identity, she concluded, was not something to play around with.
When you mess around with that, you really mess around with something that you need that helps you to function. And I found out that gender lives in your brain, and it's something much more than costume. And I really learned that the hard way.
Norah says she's healed now and glad to be rid of Ned, but her views about men have changed forever.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better. They need our sympathy, they need our love, and they need each other more than anything else. They need to be together.
Do you think women understand what it's like to be a man?
Not at all. No clue. No idea.
John Gornishelli thinks Norah's conclusions that men are just as emotionally vulnerable as women are important and will be taken seriously because they came from a woman.
I said to her, this is going to be revolutionary because it's been looked at as though men were the perpetrators and women were the victims.
And now, one last identity switch. Gornishelli has never come face to face with the real Norah.
Hi, John. I'm Norah.
Hi. Wow. Bruce teaches, so we can never come to the meeting. So.
And both John and Norah are happy she is a she. The irony is not lost on Norah that it took a trip into manhood to help her appreciate her own femininity.
I'm so much closer to myself than I ever was, that I really like me. I really like being me, and I really like being a woman.
Did you like being a woman before Ned?
I did, but I...
Hey folks, this is Jeff with This Week with JTT. Sorry I've been lagged behind the videos. I had a very tiring week. I was like really tired. Just took a week off so I could recover some. Well, anyway, though, this is about Norah Vincent, you know, the radical feminist who disguised herself as a man to understand how we live, because she made the claim that men have it easier than women. And she discovered that that's not the case. If you see my other video, you know what I'm talking about. This is an actual clip of her explaining like what she's experienced walking the footsteps of man. And I've seen what she looks like as well. She has a very like hard, almost masculine features. So basically, what you gotta do, remove the makeup, change the hairstyle, and dress and she could pass for a man easily. And she realized that our lives is not as easy as, you know, as she thought it was. You know, the fact that she unalived herself because the psychological damage is so deep and painful. She's supposed to, like I said, stay in disguise as a man for 2 years. She only lasted 18 months. So within those 18 months, she has a clear idea of what we go through. And one more thing I want to add on to it, if you don't mind, is that out of all this men, about 70 to 80% of men go largely ignored. In other words, though, unless you're over 6 feet tall, make 6 figures, and hit the gym like on a daily basis, the majority of women will overlook you. They will not. And the sad thing is, the 70 to 80% of men are the men who will honestly love, cherish, and take care of the women honestly and sincerely. The men who are like about the other 30, 20%, especially to the 1%ers, they have options all day long. They could do whatever they want. But going back to Norah Vincent, the book that she's written, Self-Made Man, I'm going to download that and spend a few weeks reading it, understanding it, and I will report back to you folks to tell you what my thoughts on it. So that way I can at least tell you what her thoughts were based on what she wrote down in her book. Other than that, folks, more exciting things coming soon, so stick around, keep watching my page, stay blessed, as always.